What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and welcome to the best tech over $500, or essentially what I'd call the ultimate gift guide. Here are some of my favorite products that have come out in the year of 2023 for the most part, and I've really enjoyed. And so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the categories. We have some amazing speakers, a fun camera that I also picked up, laptop that I would recommend, as well as an all-in-one game console that I think covers a lot of the bases when it comes to the best portable setup, as well as two of my favorite smartphones of this year that were really hard to narrow down. There were so many compelling options, but I just had to pick and choose, and so let's just go ahead and get started. So for this holiday season, I'm giving away a PlayStation 5 Slim on the channel, and I'm really excited to bring this giveaway once again because it is pretty much the most requested gift over the past few years. So to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and also leave a comment down below with your Instagram username as well as your favorite product featured in this episode, and also go ahead and comment on the other gift guides from this year. There are 3 of them in total that I'm gonna leave a link down below if you would like an additional 2 entries. And I'll be contacting the winner directly on Instagram in 2 weeks, so don't respond to any of the impersonation or spam accounts in the comments section below. But good luck, and a huge thanks to everyone who has watched our videos this year. Another product category that is starting to see more options is the portable gaming side of things. The Steam Deck was really fascinating to me. The PlayStation Portal is also something that I've checked out. And the Nintendo Switch, of course, is a very easy go-to classic. But for those who want to play games that are on Steam, Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation, or Android, this is a really good all-in-one option from a company that has a lot of experience in the industry, and that is Asus. Asus has partnered up with AMD to build the ultimate hardware machine when it comes to a portable game console that has everything you need, including a great 1080p Full HD display that actually looks really good, but at the same time, I think the hardware execution is well done. I felt like the Steam Deck was not very well built. It was too large, a little bit clunky, but this is just rock solid. I love the white design. There's also some rainbow LEDs along the joysticks, which really does embrace that gaming element. And you have all of the buttons that are nicely mapped out and ergonomic for the most part, but it actually runs Windows 11, and it features an AMD Ryzen mobile CPU and GPU and a pretty big battery. That all packed into the size like this. It also comes with 16 gigabytes of GDDR5 RAM and 512 gigs of NVMe storage that, again, packed into a form factor like this is great, but it also has its I/O, and you can connect it to a larger monitor to use it as a portable gaming PC, for example. So it really comes down to versatility here. Hardware is great, compatibility is great, and reliability for the most part has been pretty good as well. And on top of that, you can expand the storage via micro SD, and it comes in at a price point reasonably under $1,000, which is awesome. You can also charge it 0 to 50% in just 30 minutes. So if you're looking for the best portable all-in-one gaming console right now, the Asus ROG Ally is the one that I can recommend. So one of my favorite pickups of this year in the camera category is the Ricoh GR3. I've been jumping between some travel cameras this year, whether it is the Fuji X100V or the Ricoh GR line, and the Fuji in the secondhand market is very expensive. It is still my go-to option for an amazing point-and-shoot run-and-gun photo camera that has been very trendy, but the Ricoh GR is one that I had high expectations for even at its lower price point, but it honestly did surprise me. In photos that I put next to the Fuji X100V, after some editing, I was able to get very close, and it just has that cinematic look. It features a 24 megapixel APS-C size sensor with 3-axis stabilization, which is pretty impressive for a camera that truly fits in your pocket, which is something that I can't really say the same about of the X100V. In my camera lineup, I have the Leica Q2 that doesn't really fit in the pocket, the Fuji X100V, which is still a little bit big for that, but is very portable, and here you have the Ricoh GR, which is just so easy to use. And yeah, you can take it anywhere. There's really no excuse, and it has a 28 megapixel equivalent field of view. You can also go with the Ricoh GRX, which has a different field of view that is more cropped, but I find that for most people, the Ricoh GR3 is gonna have the focal length that is going to appeal for the general street photographer. Some other great gifts in the category of over $500 come from Dyson. Namely, the Gen 5 Detect Vacuum is their new vacuum that I personally love and use in my main place, and that is because it does fix the functionality things that just make it more convenient. Not only is it a very powerful vacuum, but I love the fact that it has the built-in nozzle. So instead of having to attach and detach the different heads, which is obviously very easy, I love the convenience of being able to just press a button, take out the long head, and just be able to go and use the crevice tool. And it also has a brush attachment that I can extend straight from there. The Gen 5 Detect is the most powerful HEPA cordless vacuum cleaner, and it has a RPM of 135,000, and the battery life is also really impressive at 70 minutes of runtime. It also reveals 2 times more dust with the improved laser LED, which is obviously a feature that was really trendy that we saw first announced a few years back, and it's available in 2 different sizes, and has the intelligent LCD to be able to show you the different information of the particle size as well as the modes that you're in. Of course, hair care products are also a great gift, and the premium and elite line of hair products is the Dyson Corral. You also have the Dyson Supersonic and the Dyson Airwrap. But the Dyson Supersonic is a very easy classic, and it comes in a holiday edition color, which looks amazing. I personally love the blue and the rose gold combination, and the Supersonic is simply the best hairdryer that I've ever used. There are great value options out in the market that we've also checked out, but I feel like there's still a difference between that and the Dyson, and even though you are paying a higher price for a product that you can use for many years, the Dyson Supersonic is what I have in my main bathroom. I have many different editions and colors, but I think the holiday edition is always really fun, and it is not only able to dry your hair very quickly and consistently, but it is also very powerful, and you have the different attachments, the cases, to really bring that ultimate hair care experience. So another great holiday gift is the Insta360 X3 or the Insta360 Flow. Insta360 is one of my favorite companies when it comes to camera technology because they make the best 360-degree cameras on the market. There are alternatives that are a little bit lower in terms of price point, but when it comes to ultimate performance, the Insta360 lineup is the most complete in my opinion. I've used this one as well as the 1-inch sensor Leica model, but this is the most portable, and I would say it is like the main one that most people are going to be looking into. It is able to capture at a 360-degree 5.7K resolution, and what's great about that is that you can use the invisible selfie stick, walk around, and it'll capture everything, and you can use their intuitive app to reframe it and also use the different modes to export it perfectly for social media or for your next creative video. There's also a screen on the front that allows you to control the different settings and the modes, and that is also very intuitive. And so being able to control everything from this device makes it the ultimate vlogging tool because you can also utilize one camera at a time to capture it in a horizontal vlog mode, so it is just super easy to use. We've used this on trips such as Qatar and Paris and tested it out in so many different ways, but even in car videos, it is really fun to use because you can drive around and have this sticking out of the window, and it will get the perspective of the exterior of your car and the surroundings. The AI-powered Insta360 app also makes it very easy for reframing through tools such as subject tracking, for example. And when it comes to the sensor size, it is a dual 1/2-inch 48-megapixel sensor, so you can capture a photo that is 360 degrees at up to 72 megapixels. The stabilization is also really impressive, and on the topic of stabilization, there's also the Insta360 Flow, which is an all-in-one smartphone gimbal. It is an AI-powered smartphone stabilizer that is ultra portable, and you just go ahead and put your phone on it, and it features a 3-axis gimbal. It also has Deep Track 3.0 for tracking like a moving person, and there's also an auto mode, and you can take advantage of the AI-powered editing tools of the app as well. There's also a built-in selfie stick and tripod, so it is able to do multiple things with one ultimate tool for your smartphone, and it also has a great magnetic design, plus an all-day battery life to top things off. I just love how portable and multi-purposes it is, and honestly, most of the time when I'm using a smartphone gimbal, I just have it using the stock camera app, but having the available tools of the Insta360 app that is AI powered is super handy. And so these two items make an amazing gift for anyone who loves filming and likes to capture things on their smartphone as well. Then the Insta360 X3 or the Insta360 Flow are just some great ideas from that side. So when it comes to the MacBook that I can recommend, the one that I think is the best for most people is the MacBook Air M2. Whether it is the 13-inch model or the 15-inch model, I think the 15-inch is actually pretty cool because you obviously have the big screen size, but in the most minimal thickness and weight possible. And with the M2 processor, it is still able to deliver a lot of power. For the most part, I would say the average user as well as prosumer is going to be perfectly happy with the M2 processor with maybe some upgraded storage, but even if you're doing like video editing, it is able to handle that. In fact, many of my editors actually used the M1 MacBook Air for quite a few years and were able to handle video pretty well, and there are multiple color options. I personally think the MacBook Air looks the best in the Starlight, and the reason why I use the 13-inch MacBook Air instead of the 15-inch is because my daily computer is the MacBook Pro 14-inch with the M3 processor. If you're looking for like a pro computer and one that can last you for many years to come and also for more intensive work, then I think now is a good time to pick it up. And with the new space black color, I think it looks amazing. But my like couch computer or travel computer, because we have the option between many different laptops that Apple sent over, is the MacBook Air M2. On the smartphone side of things, this right here is the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it is my favorite phone of 2023 and what I use as my daily device. It isn't a year where we saw drastic updates in the iPhone. For the most part, it still feels like the same phone that I had in previous years, but with a little bit more power as well as a 5x camera on the Pro Max. I think one of the most significant changes is in design refinements. This is in the raw titanium, but with the titanium body, the larger iPhone is about 20 grams lighter than the previous generation, and that is across the board. After going back to the larger iPhone 15 Pro Max model, I found that it's very comfortable to use, and even without a case, it is nicely rounded along the edges. But if you're looking for the best value, the iPhone 15 Plus and the iPhone 15 pretty much have the same camera as the iPhone 14 Pro, and that was already a very solid smartphone. For most use cases of the camera, I found that the quality was pretty much indistinguishable between the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro. The video quality is a little bit better and the low light is noticeably better, but I think if you're looking for the best value, the 15 and the 15 Plus is one that you should go with. But if you're looking for the best smartphone, the 15 Pro Max I've been super happy with and has essentially had no problems since it came out after 1 or 2 updates. So when it comes to my favorite Android phone this year, it's got to be the OnePlus Open. The design execution of this device is perfect. It definitely comes in at a price, but from a design standpoint, I think it has the perfect balance and execution for a folding phone. You not only have the front display that you can use as a regular phone, and it's a really good size, but it isn't too tall nor too narrow. But at the same time, you flip it open and you have that entire screen. The engineering from Oppo and OnePlus has been great on the folding phones because the crease is really minimal, but it's also very durable. What I also like about it is that it has the squared off edges, and so you go ahead and fold it and it is flush, and you don't have to worry about like a rounded crease in the middle. It has that perfect hinge, and every time you open and close it, you just hear that very satisfying click, knowing that it is built solid. The back features a triple camera setup in partnership with Hasselblad, and all 3 cameras are very solid with a 48 megapixel f1.7 main camera, a 48 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide camera, and a 64 megapixel 70mm telephoto. So all across the board, you are well covered. It is a great camera, and I mean, the leather finish is also the perfect material for a phone like this. So when it comes to one of my favorite Bluetooth speakers, this right here is the Bang & Olufsen Beolit 20. It is relatively large, it's kind of like a lunch kit, but it is the highest quality in terms of build quality, but also in sound for its size. I personally love the design of Bang & Olufsen products, and I know they have like the new lineup that is a bit more expensive and has cool elements of wood and aluminum, but this is a classic that I first saw and used in a few different hotels that we stayed at this year. But I just love the way it is designed. It also has a Qi wireless charger on the top, and you have all of your button controls that are nicely integrated. Beyond this product though, there are other great Bang & Olufsen gifts, including the Beosound Emerge, which is a great bookshelf speaker that you can hide in your house really easily. But I also really like the small round Bang & Olufsen speaker, and I would say even though when it comes to Bang & Olufsen products, you're getting great sound quality, you are paying for the name and design because their products really are a fashion statement, and you do see that along the lineup of their home products as well. That is where you get really crazy in the price point, but it is essentially a work of art that you have in your home. This right here features 240 watts of power, and it has a 360-degree sound dispersion with a 3200 milliamp hour battery. It comes in a few different colors, and you can also customize the listening experience through the Bang & Olufsen app. But Honestly, I think it is a really good road speaker to use locally because you can put this in the car, take it with you on a road trip. The battery life is impressive, but it does come in a size and not everyone is going to want to deal with that. If you're looking for a good value alternative that isn't over $500, Soundcore has the best option. We've checked out the new X500 lineup that has spatial audio. It delivers a lot of great sound for a relatively affordable price for what it is, but you are also getting great design and build quality, and so it really comes down to what you're looking for. I personally have a great appreciation for design of Bang & Olufsen products, and I'm willing to pay for it, but I do understand you can get really good sound quality at a much lower price. So in this video, because we talked about iPhones, I figured it'd also be a good time to introduce some accessories, and these are a set of really good ones from MagBak because of how unique and functional they are. So starting with the iPhone case, this right here is a case that has a nice soft touch feel and it wraps all the way around your device. It has that really 360-degree protection, including a front lip for the lay on the table design, and the corners are all very nicely raised and reinforced. It also has a good taper around the edge, so you don't feel like there's like a rough edge when you're using your device, and it is also more squared off than the traditional case, and it also has 22 embedded magnets because hence its name, it is the MagBak case with the MagStick accessory. What the MagStick accessory is this magnet bar that you can apply to anything, whether it is your car or a place that you often place your phone, and you can very easily attach your phone to it and also adjust it accordingly. And especially in my cars, I found that it was really hard to find a really good vent mount because of the weird shapes of the vents. Having an accessory like this is able to fix that problem, but on top of that, this case is also providing a ton of protection with 6-foot drop protection. On top of that, the MagSafe still works and everything, and this right here is the MagBak wallet. It attaches to the MagSafe element of the phone and case, and it has a few different functions. Not only is it an RFID magnet, but it also has an adjustable finger loop, so when you walk around, you don't want to drop your phone, you can use it as a loop to keep your phone intact, and the magnets that are built into the case are very strong. So it's a nice accessory that goes with this, and you can either use it standalone or with the iPhone case. And on top of that, this is the MagBak multi-charger. It is a MagSafe charger that can charge your Apple Watch as well as your AirPods. And you go ahead and place your phone there and it's able to give you a relatively fast charge, and it has a USB wall plug that is also included. The anodized aluminum is a really cool color. It does have like that space gray look to it, so it fits in very minimally into every setup. And I would say it is the slimmest charger that I have seen that has the triple function by utilizing the back portion of the taper to charge your Apple Watch, but also having the pad located on the back. So it is a really good accessory kit that you can go ahead and purchase for your iPhone if you went ahead and got one for the holiday season, or just looking for a great stocking stuffer for someone who already has an iPhone. So when it comes to the best drone on the market for most users right now, I would say the DJI Mini 4 Pro is my favorite option. We have tried many different drones, including the Pro line of DJI drones, but this one right here comes in at a weight of 249 grams, which makes it very easy to bring with you, but it also allows you to fly without a license in most places. The other thing I also really like is that it can record in horizontal and vertical, and this year there is 10-bit color and D-Log. When it comes to someone who likes to color grade and also pair with log footage that we record on our other cameras, having D-Log and that extra latitude is better for both like color grading, but also when it comes to pulling details out of shadows, which is one of the biggest drawbacks when it came to the video quality of the previous generation. There are some scenarios that we record with the drone where it's very bright and nice in tropical destinations, and that looks great, but it's really in scenarios where there are dark shadows that some of the new features of the latest generation of the DJI Mini really come in handy. And I also love having the control display right here because I don't have to connect my phone to the remote. This has been really good, one of my favorite additions to the lineup as well. And so this drone as a whole is very portable, and it's the one that we use the most. Some other great gifts in this price tier include the Samsung Frame TV. The Samsung Frame TV is really a product that everyone can appreciate due to its beautiful design. They just keep getting better and better when it comes to the satin finish on the outside, and it really does look like a work of art. I don't like the fact that you have to pay a monthly subscription, but you can upload your own art and download high-resolution files online, and with the different frames that you can pick along the edges, I think it looks awesome and it's a great addition to any house. I personally love my Samsung TVs, whether it is the mini LED lineup or the OLED. And another great gift that is really niche and quite expensive is the Vestaboard. As someone who's flown through Frankfurt Airport or European airports in general, having the flipboards that show the destination and the times of flights is really cool. And so having one in your own house is just as cool, and you can customize everything from your smartphone, as well as installing widgets at a subscription cost that have smart features such as showing your calendar, different schedules, and all these different things. It really is down to your imagination because you can have it display any color, word, number, or symbol. It is really expensive, but I have seen it around, and if you're looking for that ultimate home gift for someone who has everything, then that is going to be my biggest recommendation. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, if you enjoyed it, make sure you go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know if there are any other product recommendations that you want me to check out going into 2024, and I'll see you all in the next one.